Hello, welcome back to Medicine of the Soul with me, your host, Ashlee Z. Not really hosting anyone but myself and my dog, but this is the first recording of 2025 for YouTube. And I come here today with the biggest intention because, for some background, let me give you some background. 2024, the last 2 months, maybe 2.5 months, have been such a roller coaster for myself personally and for others, as I know if you're here, then you probably resonate with that, which I'm sending my love through that. I know it can be a very intense time, especially with the holidays, but my intention for this year is the year of me and the year of you, as in you in your life. The intention is to grow, is to evolve, which you think are the same thing, but they're not. They feel different. And to become aware of the things that keep holding us back. And that can be uncomfortable. One, because that means you have to admit where you need help or what you actually don't know how to do or what you can't do. It's okay if you can't do something. It's okay. It doesn't mean you're a failure. And another intention for 2025 is to know and trust the inner knowing versus the outer knowing. And what do I mean by that? I mean, I trust myself and my intuition and the things that I want for my life versus what everyone else thinks I should do, how I should act, and how I should feel, or what I should have. That is a huge intention for myself. And so 2025, let's talk about it. It is a year 9, and I love numerology. I got my mom into it. I love numbers. I'm an engineer. Like, come on. I love numbers, angles, those kinds of things. So, year 9. It's a year of completion. You're coming to the end of a cycle. And it's also the year of the snake. And I'm not talking about snakes negatively. Snakes are freaking awesome. They literally go through a shed, a skin shed, basically becoming a brand new snake every single time, and they get more powerful, they get more cool. Like, come on. We don't need to think of snakes as negative anymore. But there is this calling of your inner parts, your inner, for those of you that are spiritual, your inner feminine and your inner masculine coming together in co-creation and in union in order to create the life that you've always wanted to live. And because if you have that inner union in yourself, you start to see everything on the outside of your life reflecting that union. And if you follow me on Instagram at Ashlee_Z, if you don't know which one it is, you've been seeing a lot of these posts kind of like, I think I posted this crystal bath one a couple days ago, and it was talking about treat yourself the way you want to be treated, and you will start to see your outer world reflect how you want to be treated. And that is luxury. That is a form of luxury. And why that's important is because how many of us seek for all of these things outside of ourselves without even realizing that we're doing it? That's the biggest thing. You don't even realize it. And I'll give you a personal example. The last few months of 2024 have been extremely crazy in the best of way. It's been the biggest up level that I've had thus far in my physical life. Spiritually, it wasn't really that big because I'm already doing that work, but physically, in my reality, I had an up level. And with that up level, you get to see the spaces where you think you've grown and yet you're still actually not quite there yet. And that's okay. And it can be hard. And I've also created posts about listening to your body, because your body is telling you where you need to work on yourself. If you really develop the trust within and you really start to listen, your body will tell you, hey, you're not stepping into your power fully, you're giving it away. Hey, you're avoiding these things, and so I'm going to cause an inflammation so you notice. And it's things like that that you just kind of like bypass a lot of times because we're not taught to look at it. We're not taught to be okay with it and to see it. But the last few months of 2024 have been the biggest blessing that we could ever ask for, because it's here to show us where we need to grow, where we need to evolve, where we need to become aware of our habits and seek help, seek our mentors, therapists, friends, really admit to ourselves where we have addictions. And I love that I brought that up, because I'm not talking addiction as in like alcohol and narcotics and things like that, although that does actually tie in. But what I'm talking about are the things that you don't even think are an addiction, like TV, like in my case, reading, like sometimes just anything that when you have that emotion, when you have some sort of upset, some sort of weird feeling, and you don't want to feel it, you don't want to see it, you end up choosing to do something different. It could be lack of focus, it can be working out, which is also my case. It can be just anything. And it's interesting because obviously social media is in that. It's like that red flag that we all see, and yet we all pretend because everyone else is doing it that it's not a thing. So just keep that in mind. But 2025, where I'm going with this, is that the last few months of 2024 was showing us where we're still not stepping into our power, where we're still giving it away, where we still avoid, where we still need to work on things. And that's okay if you need to work on it. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to be. I'm just trying to live my soul-led life, just like you. And so take the next month, the next few days, the next weeks, because the actual new year is on the equinox, I think. Yeah. And so, actually, I might have that incorrect. So I will drop in the comments or in the description when the actual New Year's is, but it's definitely not today. Or wait, sorry. I'm recording this before 2025. So it's definitely not on the 1st, but I will drop it in. But where I was going with all of this is that I'm going through it just like you. I am not a perfect human being. I don't try to be perfect. And I have just taken the lessons, the blessings, and the communication from the universe on what I need to work on. It's uncomfortable, trust me. I didn't want to see what I didn't want to see. It's why, in my case, my body inflamed with acne because of this up level, because I'm underestimating myself, because of all these things, which, as I said, if you follow me on Instagram, then you've seen that journey. Because I don't hide it. I'm human too. And so if you can recognize where you're at, recognize that you don't have it all figured out and admit that you need help and go get that help. Go find it. 2025 is going to be the biggest year of the snake, your snake, meaning you're going to shed your skin and you are going to turn into a bigger, badder, cooler version of you that's more aligned with who you are. And that's all that I want for you. That's it.